It feels like a little.
Like
why do you always have to make it about?
I've made Instagram
you were a brother.
I've said like you're the big brother like I never wanted.
So
like,
I was that to people. What I'm saying is, so what feels like
just a guy? Just a fucking
guy? I always twist it. Why can't I have one?
I find that fucking offensive, dude.
Because you were a very fucking smart, very intelligent.
You calling Aiden a dumbass?
So am I, dumbass.
You're really caught in a hard spot right now. It's either one of them is stupid as fuck.
All right, he goes, Aiden was my first little brother.
Like a baby brother. Like a baby. He's like a small. He's like a fucking. All right, he's like my first son. He's like my first kid.
No, it's not. Lana's already has one coming on the way.
Nice. That was not born yet. That was not born yet. No, but he's like somebody that like I really. You already knew you had already been in the space. You already lived in Hollywood. You were already accustomed to this. There was a couple little tweaks that had to be made. He's new to all this. He's new to all of it. This is his first year in the fucking
difference, right? Little brother. I'm the little bro, dude. Like fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Baby bro.
All right, cool.
You know
I've never had a bro.
So that means me and Logan are brothers?
Yes.
So what are you? The weird uncle?
Me? I don't want to be related to you guys at all. I don't care. I'll be the far distant cousin. You can fuck. You can fuck.
Yeah.
Why did that make
Because I want to say something. Here's the funniest thing about it. He's good at being sus, and when other people try it, like if I ever try it, it falls flat.
Yeah.
So like you know, like you'll just say like what you just said, and you look around, and everyone's just looking at you like.
Yeah, but everyone's used to it for me.
Yeah, from you, and it's always funny the way I think the way you message it is funny. Yeah, man.
But nah, I mean speaking about what you're talking about Hollywood and LA, I mentioned want to get the fuck out of here. I don't like.
I know you
this place.
say that.
I don't like this place at all. Don't like it here. I'm surprised you haven't left yet, honestly.
What? I'm out this bitch.
You are?
This is my last week in LA.
And you're out.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Puerto Rico. I already moved
Just
there.
for good.
I live in Puerto Rico.
Why are you being there for good though? Why not somewhere like Miami or some shit?
Nah.
Why not somewhere to eat like New York?
So my question that I asked myself was this: if not LA, then where? Connecticut was my first option, and I said, "Why the fuck would I move to Connecticut?"
Right. Well, look.
I thought Connecticut was good, and then he's like, "I'm from Connecticut."
Shout out Connecticut. Shout out 203. Great state.
I don't like anywhere else, dude. I don't like anywhere else. I visited Puerto Rico. I was there for 5 days. I ended up extending my trip twice, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the place. And for training, which is what I do, the seclusion and like you don't realize how much noise is in LA till you leave. And like, no offense to everyone here, like even the 24 hours I've been here, I can feel it.
I mean, so
I'm being slowly drained.
You feel it. LA is a fucking toxic, poisonous place. Horrible, the worst place. This is literally hell. This is the hell of Earth. I swear to God.
But it's weird because it's a hell that's like it's a hell disguised as like an amusement park.
Yeah.
Yes, this could be fun. It's like tick, son.
So where do you want to go then?
So 2K in LA, no way.
Dude, you have a girlfriend. You stream. You can do it remotely from anywhere. Why don't you just move your operation
to Utah,
to Dorado, Puerto Rico?
Should I just move in with you?
Yeah.
Really?
I think we'd make a better content house than the one you live in now.
Really?
Yo, Dave.
You just stole your.
By the way, you should come, bro. You should come. We'll get Aiden.
Whoa. That is an actual fucking hire. And him and Danny are both hired. Okay, so.
You should
Danny
come
would
too.
take stimulus checks before she
You should come too.
Yeah, I mean,
let's just.
Can we just make it through this year? We already.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So where do you want to go? You got
Dorado.
You got a plan?
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but all I gotta say is the people around me are getting affected by LA, and that's what's made me want to get the fuck out of here quicker. So.
What you mean? You ain't talking about me?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about, just people around me that really don't do the social media shit and being affected by it. And it's just like, I don't know. I just, if it's affecting my people, my love, life, all that stuff, it's like, why the fuck would I be here? But although, I do want to do so much, bro. I want to have my own festival. I want to make my own I want to be in movies. I want to do a bunch of stuff.
So you want to act?
I do.
It's so funny, man. It's like, I see a young version of me in you.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to do other things, you know.
Have you
It's
watched
LA.
The Thinning?
No.
Yeah, of course.
What about Airplane Mode?
No.
Nah, but I was gonna say I wanted to do a lot, and then I did do a lot, and found myself kind of right back to where I was, because only certain things were actually meant for me.
Got it.
That experimenting was good, but I did have to recognize what worked and what didn't.
So is there a point to go down that path to expand or not?
Yeah, I'd say that I'm gonna try everything. Try everything.
It's the only way to learn.
I have a quote that
And
I love
experience stuff.
that I made up. It's life's not short. You just gotta do more. So do more.
I like
and,
that.
and note what works for you, how you feel when you're doing it. Like you might love acting, you might hate it, but it's a lot different than what you do, man. It's hurry up and wait. You gotta be patient. You're relying on someone else to make someone else's vision look good. It's a fucking nightmare. Like any movie
Right.
that turns out good, they say it's a miracle, right?
Wow.
Like literally, it's hard. So I'm excited to watch you do all this stuff, but for someone who is honest with themselves often about how they're feeling, like if you aren't enjoying something, bro, don't do it because it'll eat you fucking alive.
Wow.
What
Like,
about
that's that? If I were your big brother, that's something like I would say.
Yeah.
You know,
I said that exact same thing to him yesterday.
No, you didn't.
Fuck.
In fact,
said I didn't get you
I
food,
learned
though.
from this podcast is that he moved in with you and wanted to get the fuck out of LA.
Nah, man, but I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah, it's good
for sure.
advice.
So you got a good head on your shoulders. I have a note here. So my producer Dylan, the cat looking
He's the
guy
cat
here,
right there.
he has the notes here. One of them says being stabbed by a relative.
Yeah. So when I was 12 years old, I was sleeping one night, and let me see. Okay, yeah. So this person was just very heavily, like, drugged up, plus had a very bad heroin addiction. So
What?
drugs, pharmacy drugs. Sorry.
I thought you were talking
I
about
was gonna
Mike.
make the same
I'm
joke.
so
I
sorry,
couldn't-
Mike. I'm so sorry, Mike.
Fuck. What?
Fuck, I'm so sorry.
Heroin addiction. meth
You're just
addiction.
telling a
She was
story.
She was just addicted to all this shit. This person was like a cousin of mine. Not even a cousin, like a friend, like a family friend. You know what I mean? You have those family friends you just
100%.
I'm Middle Eastern. Everyone's my fucking cousin, bro.
Right, you
Everyone.
know it is. Like, we weren't actually like blood. Well, technically we were. I knew this person ever since I was like 1. So, anyways, so I was sleeping. I got stabbed in my sleep. Mark is right here. See it?
Yeah.
8 stitches.
Wait, hold up.
How did you just skip a huge step? Who did this step?
I just said it.
Yeah, but why? What? No motive or?
Supposedly I was an imposter and I wanted to blow the house up or some shit.
But that part ended up being true, wasn't it?
so from going
He's
through,
like, she stabbed me, and then a couple months later they found the TNT under my bed. She was right. She was right. She was right the whole time. She's in jail right now, like that motherfucker. I fucking knew it.
Did you were young?
I was very young. I was
Was
12
she
years old.
babysitting you?
No. I was sleeping, went into my room, got a knife, stabbed me,
But in the
pulled
arm.
it out
In
the
the
arm. But it was like I was like this.
How
so
deep did
imagine
she
if
go?
she got me right here.
You would have died. You would have died.
Oh, so what does the aftermath of that look like? Like, ow!
No.
Why did you
Well,
stab me?
I didn't feel it, bro. You don't feel that shit. I don't know if you've ever been stabbed or shot or anything like that. You don't feel it. You just don't feel it right away.
Damn, you should be a rapper, bro. That was the hardest thing I've ever heard anybody fucking say. You don't feel that shit, dog. She went like this. I was like, I fluffed my pillow. I went right back to
You
that.
been shot?
No. But people that have been shot say that and stabbed say that like being stabbed is worse. I don't know why they just say that because you don't feel it.
I heard when you're hot. I heard the bullet, or when you get shot, the bullet is hot, right? It just came out of a rifle, and so it's like singeing the inside of your body. Which
I don't know, but I just know that your adrenaline is through the fucking roof to the point where it's like, yo, like you don't feel it. You'll feel it later, of course. But I just pulled that shit out, screamed, cried.
But you got stabbed, like lodged in you,
bro. Yeah,
Oh,
real stab.
Thank God you didn't get.
wait, what was the?
Oh, what kind of knife? It was like, like those steak knives with the black handle. One of those.
Some real
So
classic
did you
shit.
try to stab her back? Were you freaking out? or-
Nah. I just freaked the fuck out. Went to the ER. I didn't want to
Who
snitch.
took you to the ER?
It was the sibling of that person.
So they're like, sorry about my sister. Get in the car. We'll take you to the
Hey,
hospital.
sorry about that.
Yeah, so he
It happens. It happens sometimes.
yeah, my bad.
She just has these outbursts where she stabs people. Especially bombers. She loves people that blow up houses.
So,
Have you talked to the person who
Yeah, I was
stabbed
gonna
you?
say how is she now?
yeah. I mean, she's in a mental place now.
Okay.
Still as a result.
Has she stabbed anybody else since?
No. Maybe, I don't know, she was in jail for a little bit and went to the mental place. So anyways, I got there. They were like, yo, what happened? I didn't want to be a snitch, bro. I just wasn't saying. I was like,
I fell down the stairs.
I was just quiet.
Onto a nice.
Sir, what? Yeah, I fell down the stairs. How did you get stabbed?
So I wasn't snitching. I just wasn't. But eventually, what's that?
That also happens once per show. So he spins the chair around, someone come face
Got
us.
it.
Those two are guaranteed
Who's calling you?
prerequisites.
My editor Hayden.
Oh, cool.
It's not. If it was like my mom or dad, I think it'd be fun to pick it up. But he's probably just gonna ask for a raise or some shit.
Oh, okay.
If,
So-
you, if you don't mind me asking, did this like traumatize you? Did you sleep differently? Like, did you like have to lock
For a
your
little
doors?
bit, for about a week, and then it was normal. And I think it just affected my family more than it affected me, and I was good. I'm really good at going through stuff and getting through it, and then just leaving it in the past. I'm very good at that. I've always been good at that, and that's just something that I can kind of relate to and use when it's about my actual social media career. Just good at getting through shit, that bullshit I don't like, and just leaving the past. And just
So this kind of it positions you to be very successful now.
yeah, I think so, and I think that going through all this moving and being introduced to new friends I always had to make new friends, and I just always had to be positioned to where I was around fighting my whole life. Siblings fought, cousins, aunts, uncles, alcoholics, drug addicts, my entire life. Just seeing people get affected by it, seeing people change by it, just really just turned me into somebody who's kind of like numb to a lot of things.
Do you ever have relatives or friends like now that you're successful? Like, hey, can I have some stuff? Like, do you have that yet or not?
What do you mean? Well, of course. Yeah, of course. A lot of people from my old high school tried reaching out to me. I love my people. I love my people. I want to, give everybody a job. I want to make everyone now that I've kind of made it to where I'm making a lot of money, I want to give them small jobs and I want to change their lives too. So
He rolls with a posse. He's like the one dude that you can't hit up and be like, yo, get in the car, we're going somewhere. He's like, yeah, does your car have another 14 seats in it?
I always have my boys in the
Squad.
that I started with.
Squad.
That always believed in me.
That's
So
dope. That's dope.
Why they're not here?
they're not here.
He came to. I actually was surprised to see you without Belu or somebody.
Yeah, I just didn't pull up with anybody today.
Yeah.
This is more of a solo thing.
So look, you mentioned going through a lot of shit, and we kind of breezed by it earlier. And I don't know if it's something you'd be willing to talk about, but your opening DM to Mike lost his sister to drugs.
Yeah, man, sad. I had had three sisters, and one is just the drugs, heroin.
Yeah, bro.
Unfortunately, she didn't make it out like you. But that's why I think I'm so inspired and admired by you, because I saw that person literally die. You know what I mean? Like literally, like die. Crumble. Do you know what I mean? So,
Nothing worse.
but you got out of that to where it was like, yo, like now it's time for my life to change. Now it's time for me to fucking become this boss, bossed up. And you're so lucky because there's 97% of people who just can't do that. Nope, like it's so rare. Once you're hooked on this shit, you're hooked. You know what I mean? So
I really mean this. when
I
say
like
this, but,
outdoors.
I don't know you on that level, but I really pray that you have an amazing life, dude. Because for somebody to go through what you went through and be such a positive light in a room, I did not know you went through this much stuff. And every time I met you, you really made the moment. Like, you were a very fascinating person. You were very uplifting. He talks so highly about you. Anybody deserves to be successful, man. I really do think you deserve it.
I appreciate that, brother.
Really.
Yeah.
And the level of success right now, just for people who don't know that are watching this, is like the numbers you're doing on Twitch right now is crazy. Like some of the biggest Twitch before I saw him like popping off, like I would see these guys that are like legends in the space. Tfue, Ninja, people on streaming on Twitch, 10, 12K, and I was like, those are big numbers. This dude's doing like 150,000 concurrents on streamer now. He's
Not concurrent. No,
Well,
you're tripping. I would say
you do. You'll do
my numbers-
100, but you did 250
my
with
no-
Blueface, you did 230 with Emily. Like,
Yeah, for sure. But my normal numbers are still very high.
80, 70,
60, 70, 80. Just depends on the night. Depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But now I'm at the point where it's like I want to do whatever I want to do. I was really chasing shit in April, in May. Kind of just trying to
Це
please
ж
everybody.
взагалі жарко
Crazy
вже.
shit to get crazy viewers. Now I'm just kind of going back to normal to where it's like I will just do whatever I want to do. If I want to play a game that not everyone likes, I'm gonna play. I don't really give a fuck. If I want to fucking break charts, I'll just have a successful artist on the side.
What's your
Healthy
favorite-
spot, dude?
Yeah,
Healthy spot
very
to be in.
healthy.
And it takes years for people to understand this, and you're just coming into it like that.
Yeah, I just want to do what makes me happy.
Yeah, you
That's why I'm not doing
gotta
YouTube.
like that.
You-
But
doesn't make me
it's
happy.
easier said than done, bro. Everybody's like, oh, I want to be happy, but like being happy, to be in the position in your mind already to be like, all right, fuck the money, fuck the views. It's better for me to just do this because I enjoy it. That's fucking, dude. I know people out here that's been here for 10 years and still don't even grasp that.
Yeah, I mean, even go ahead.
It's
Good
hard
night.
because you're dope. You're cool. Like we'll cut the cameras, we'll chop it up after the podcast, and you're still an awesome person. With YouTube and the vlogs and stuff, the numbers often dictate what you're doing with your life because you may be doing or being someone that you're not in order to get the views or in order you're chasing something that is so fickle. And you're not, and you don't have to because you're cool. That's where I'm going with this. You know, they say be yourself. Well, I always say, well, what if you fucking suck? Like, you're a fucking dickhead. You know, don't be yourself.
How bad of a feeling do you guys get when you see 10 out of 10? You know what I mean? It just like it brings your whole fucking day down. That's how I was. That's why I don't do YouTube.
That, by the way, for viewers, is like your videos ranked from your previous videos. So if you
Previous
see
10.
10 out of 10,
Yeah.
it's not a good thing, it's a bad thing.
Right.
And
You
yes,
want to
it
see
ruins
the
the whole
1, 2, or
fucking
3.
day. It ruins it completely. Like,
And look, it's nothing to do with you. You do what you do. Your people love you. It's just like it just fucks with your head.
fucks with it. It honestly destroys your self-worth.
Yeah.
Especially when you really fuck with that video.
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
like,
like,
yo,
yo,
this
this
is
is,
bang.
yeah, and then it's 10, and then you're like, oh, I'm right.
Yeah. I look, man. I experimented with YouTube. I got like 600,000 subs in like I think like 4 or 5 videos, which is crazy. And like hardly any promo.
My
and
sister.
I have my.
Mm?
It's just not fun for me. I want to do something.
You know, sir.
I want to make something out of that channel, like I said, music or something. And I still got my 8 and live again. I'm still doing YouTube technically, so I'm good.
I think the sooner that you're able to do that in your career, to detach yourself from views equating to overall program success, the better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know it's fucked up because the two are kind of intertwined. Your financial success and a lot of that stuff is kind of based on your view count. Is based on how many eyeballs you reach.
That's
right?
why it's hard.
Yeah, it makes it tough.
Yeah.
But as we all know, when you back out from that, financial success does not equate to happiness.
no.
It just
Fuck no.
doesn't. And so as long as you're able to separate the idea that just making as much fucking money as possible doesn't always lead to your happiest self, then you're gonna win. And by the way, you pick that up way faster than anybody else picks that up. We've had so many guests on the show, and Nate Shot, all these people that took half a decade or a decade to realize that grind is exhausting.
Well, yeah, a couple of things I want to also throw in. I want to ask you guys all a question. But the first thing I want to is just you got to realize money really isn't everything, bro. And it's ignorant to kind of say that in front of a room for people obviously that have money. But
It is a
You know,
lot.
chippa
It's a lot,
it's a lot, but it doesn't make you happy and fulfilled.
Facts.
It just
It's not
can't fulfill you.
everything. No,
That's the
absolutely.
word.
It's just
Money
not
isn't
everything.
I agree.
That's the word. That's the word. But you know, it's at the point where it's like, it's material, right? It's an object. And you know, you thank God, and we're all blessed here to be in the positions we're in. But it's like money isn't everything. So this is leading on to what I want to ask you guys. That's where love comes into play. You know, love, family, friends, all that stuff, right? So one of the hardest thing about being in this space is loneliness. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking
Sometimes.
about. You know, being lonely in this space, finding somebody that actually fucks you for you, or you know what I mean, like finding friends that fuck with you for you. So that's what I'm asking you guys. Do you ever like kind of like not regret it, but kind of like or like fuck, like I can't really find some true people in my life?
My answer to that would be this, because I already know it. I dealt with that really like a lot. Fortunately enough, I met Logan right away, and he's one of the realest people I've ever met.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's also like drawn in a lot of people. That's actually my biggest blessing, bro. Like, so I really, I could relate, but I can't. I've had people in my life where I had to say goodbye to, and that hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to that. But I think you have to go through it, bro, because it's kind of like a relationship. When you have a shit one, you really appreciate the good one.
No,
So,
100%.
so like just how you had a rough life and now you have an amazing life, I think it would taste different in your mouth if you didn't experience the shit part of life.
Yeah, I would.
So you
For
need
sure.
you need to like
You
experience.
gotta go through that bullshit.
You have to,
I made a promise to myself on we were taking a jet, and I giggle because, bro, like 15-year-old me would never thought you like recreationally just take a fucking jet.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there on this plane next to my fucking best friend, and I'm like, yo, I promise to myself I will never take this for granted. Ever. You just can't. No matter how far you make it in life, stay grateful, stay humble. My biggest blessing was when someone asked me the other day, so what are you most thankful for in your life? It was actually a Don, a strength and conditioning coach. And I said the people around me, my community, my clan.
I love that.
It is, I am so blessed because of all
хорош.
the things I have.
Насрав.
The love that I have around me.
Задрали.
Like real
Тільки ти
motherfuckers.
бачив
And
його
like a lot of it in
маску?
this room.
Эту? Да.
That's,
Вообще-то
you know,
что
you money can't buy that.
Nah.
And even sometimes, the time that I've been given, you can't find
You
people
can't
like
get
that.
time back either.
So that it's whether it's a stroke of luck that we met or whatever. Like I wanted a fucking love sack and found this guy. Like,
What is that?
whatever it is, that was that he probably has the same answer. Like, so as far as feeling lonely, like it happens, but I'm not lonely, but I feel loneliness sometimes.
Well, look, let me ask you.
And one more thing, I don't
Yeah.
want to cut you off, but remember, dude, blessings come in different boxes, right? Like my mom's favorite quote to me is like, sometimes God's best blessing He give you is not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes the people in your life that you're like, why the fuck was that person in my life? They gave you some shit that you won't even recognize until 6 more years from now, and you're like, oh fuck. That's why I love to ask people, is there anything you'd want to change about your life? And even in his darkest moments, I guarantee you, they won't take it away.
Right.
Because one of the best learning lessons are when you're face down in the fucking dirt.
Exactly.
And you're like, fuck. Because it grounds you and you're like, okay,
If you don't.
that was good, that was bad.
Right. Because if you're born into like, oh, you have all this money, you get whatever the fuck you want, your life is so wonderful and great. Chances are that person, when they're older, they're gonna have some difficulties. You know what I mean? Like, and look, I'm just speaking like kind of like general, but maybe I'm wrong. But like, you know, if like you're brought into all this fucking fortune and you're given everything, you're spoiled, and you just don't really learn manners and how to treat people right, it's gonna come around and bite you in the
You
ass.
see, there's a whole collective in every city, but especially in LA, there's a whole collective of those kids.
I see
They
them.
all hang out together. Guess whose parties I never go to? Those motherfuckers. I don't want to be around any of those motherfuckers at all.
Yeah.
They're my least favorite people.
Yeah.
I surround myself with people like me. People who've struggled, people who've been through shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good
Those are the
crowds.
people I want to be around.
For sure.
Because I can't relate to people that have never been through a struggle.
Right.
I can't relate. It's like trying to talk to a piece of wood.
It's just
You know what I'm
different.
saying? Like, you know, like there's no, what do we talk about? How do me and you get on the same page? You've never been through shit before.
It's
Everything
different.
was given to you. You know, I completely relate.
But also remember this, when you're in front of that type of person, right? Remember that you're more blessed. So instead of just writing that person off, like, go fuck yourself. Remember, like, you had a father that even when you worked paycheck to paycheck, he was doing his best to get you your internet.
Facts.
Now imagine a father that's like, here, have this, go away.
Yeah.
And so,
It's
you know,
different.
do you get what I'm saying? So like, and that was a long lesson that I had to learn. Like, I really, really wanted to be like, yo, like, fuck that person. I had really, really bad anger issues, bro. And then I realized, yo, there's no really bad person, bro. They were just brought through some bad situations, and it really rotten them. It like destroyed them. So that's why when they asked me, would you ever kill Hitler? I was like, bro, like, I don't want to kill anybody.
Oh, no,
I don't want to hurt anybody. Like, and I know it sounds really crazy, and I use him as like a cherry because there's nobody worse in my mind.
Would you kill Hitler, Aiden?
I'm Jewish.
Would you kill Hitler though? Like, as a baby before he was like.
Just
I'm
answer.
Jewish.
Yeah, so you don't even have to answer.
Come on. I'm Jewish.
What would you do to him?
Let me ask you guys an actual. This is a fun question. I want to ask you guys. COVID. There's a button. All right. There's one person that has COVID. Right.
Mm.
Obviously, you know what COVID did to the world. Obviously, it's getting better right now. COVID. You have a button. You push this button. The one person that got COVID, the first COVID case dies. Would you do it?
No.
The block is hot right now.
Yeah, you just open up a can.
I cannot answer this question.
I can answer
I'd love
it
to hear
easily.
your
Yeah,
answer.
Would I risk one person's life? Like, if they gave me a button, they're like, "Yo, this is it," and I'll stop it. The reason I, in this moment, wouldn't, because I don't like to play God. If this is the situation at hand, we don't know what the greater good is in it. So who am I to foil God's plan?
Yeah.
So yes, it sucks. And dude, I would say the same thing if God forbid, my mom passed away from COVID. Like, it's not my job to decide who you are, how you live. That's your right. So I'm not gonna invade
You don't want to play
it.
God. I get
I
that.
don't want to play God.
What
That's
if God came to you
if he asked
and
me,
he said, George, my son, I have a button here.
I would look at him and be like, God, could you just answer just one prayer? He goes, yes, son. I go, have that person be Mike. and out fucking. We're all like, all right, later, buddy. See you later. And then I would sit in that seat like this and be like, all right, who's our next guest?
It's always about getting this seat. It's all about getting this seat.
What would you
This
do, my
seat's not
friend?
even that good, George.
I still walking with you, bro. How would you feel, baby Hitler?
Bro,
No, not as big. Ash full size.
Full size Hitler.
I'm Jewish. I'm gonna kill Hitler.
How
first.
though? Please
Like,
tell.
am I in a room with him?
Let me explain it to
do
you.
I have a torch? Is it a torture room?
He has your answer.
Let me. The easiest way to explain it is this: Hitler's showing up to your house for a dinner party. Honey baked ham, yam, sweet potatoes, whatever you want to call it, maybe side of asparagus, whatever. Red
He
wine
came
from
to a
the
Jewish
some red-
man's
George,
house.
watch your mouth for a second.
So honey baked
Yeah.
ham.
Honey
I was
baked
gonna
ham.
not kosher,
say,
bro.
It's not even
You're a
kosher.
real piece of shit, Mike.
Wait, what? He brought the. No, Hitler
all
brought
right,
the
Wait,
honey
wait,
baked
wait,
ham.
we're talking about what?
It's
My
kosher.
dinner has honey baked ham. I'm not Jewish, but my dinner can have whatever the fuck it wants. You walking feline.
You said at a Jewish household.
I didn't
You-
say that.
Listen,
Find the part.
You
Let me,
realize-
no, I'm gonna finish
let me-
this
look,
fucking
Mike,
statement.
Michael.
Oh, okay, so
you realize
walk-
when
so-
you walk in, you see the fucking. See, I'm Jewish, but
Swastika.
no.
the mezuzah.
You walk in, he sees that. He walks in, goes to my dinner table. It's Friday, Shabbat. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing, my yarmulke.
You forgot.
Kippah. I call it kippah. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing that, right? So then
Okay, so let me.
Go ahead.
So I can finish. Okay,
Yeah.
so as he's walking in to the honey baked ham dinner that I described so eloquently before,
sure.
there is a trap door, and when he hits the doorbell, he falls through the ground onto a bed of spikes,
Spikes,
massive spikes.
spikes.
Now, once that happens, he's impaled, right? Calling, SS, please help me. The walls turn into grinding gears that then close upon him and shred him into Hitler kebabs. The honey baked ham disappears,
Bro, I'm doing it, bro.
and Hitler kebabs are so
Yes, bro. Yes.
No, that's my answer. What's yours? That was just simply to illustrate what I would do.
It should be quick and simple. I'll just fucking, he comes to my dinner table. I'll probably actually poison his shit. So I'll just, put a bunch of fucking baking sodas, cooking sodas, all that.
Cooking sodas.
Wait,
No, that's fine.
cleaning materials. Just, put it in there.
Yeah.
Bleach.
Like
Bleach.
Yeah.
I'll just put everything I'll kill him, bro. I'll just he's dead.
Got
I'm
it.
gonna fucking
Got
kill
it.
him.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah.
One way or other, he's gonna die.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
poison him, whatever. If he doesn't end up dying, I'll take a knife and just fucking cut his throat.
That'd be
Nice. Okay.
That's
So,
Okay.
yeah.
George wants to instead take him to a rehabilitation facility and use California tax dollars to pay for his rehab.
No, my theory is I just don't want to kill. He's already did. The devil won by getting him to kill people. I don't want the devil to win me while killing him. So I was like, I'll put him in a box. And you know what? I'll torture
Sorry,
him.
you're gonna put
by
him in a
putting
box?
the same type of music, like a same song that you hate, and I'll put him in that room and he'll
Oh, I
have to
see.
listen to the same song. Like I'm not gonna send
Hold on
him.
a second. Now you're talking about torture tactics because those are actually. And now you got me listening. So you don't want to kill him. You just want to torture.
Well,
him.
if he already did the crime, then yeah, we have to punish him. But I'm not gonna kill him.
What song would you play?
Probably something like "Walk Up in the Club." What's that song? Like where he has a furry coat. What's his name? Macklemore or whatever. That one
Third
song.
shot.
That one over and over. You go, please stop. Do anything. No, repeat, and then I'll make the song louder and louder as it goes on. But honestly, I wouldn't even want to do. I don't like torturing people, bro. I like me.
How do you know that?
The song is because
How do you not like torturing people?
What if he likes that song?
What
I would play.
That'd be so funny.
I would play Feel.
Oh, I love this song. Just say that.
I would play Feel So Alive.
My song? Oh. That would probably do the trick too, honestly. I'm just kidding. He's like, can I do the spikes, please? Anything but a George Jacobs song.
The cooking sodas.
Well, yeah. So now that we just made a whole 5 minutes, I killed him.
Just so you know, we've done this exercise before,
Okay.
and it went on for a long time, and it got very heated.
Of course.
No, I don't think it got heated. I don't think anybody got heated, did they? Did you guys get mad at me for saying I really?
No.
We were just perplexed. But
That's the
each
third
time we
you
talk
said
about it,
on this episode.
oh really?
Perplexed, yeah.
Confusing. But each time we talk about it, I do understand your point of view a little more and more. So
I just think of it. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but dude, like I think about that shit. Like, somebody just got in trouble for child porn or maybe like something with molestation, and a lot of people are like, burn that motherfucker, blah blah blah, this and that. But if you really do your search on this stuff, like that person when he was a kid may have got raped by his father.
Of course.
So it's like
But
before you're so quick to fucking
But
just
he's sick. He's sick in that.
Exactly, but the word is sick.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He's not normal, bro. Like there's something going on in his mind where he thinks that this is okay, and maybe he's ashamed of himself, or maybe
He molests your daughter.
same thing, bro.
Come on.
Wow.
Same thing.
That's
bro.
cap. I gotta call that cap.
I pray to God every single day that I have that ability to like, and I always tell him, bro, like take it away from me. Like if I can't handle it, don't put it in front of me. But yeah, no, dude, like it could be my
So
mom.
look,
Like
look.
he's asked me to go if Hitler killed your mom. Like I don't.
All right.
Yeah.
God forbid this ever happens. It's a really sick scenario, but I gotta kind of like give you the other fucking
Yeah.
view.
Okay.
You walk in on somebody doing something
To my daughter.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You're gonna kill him, bro.
I will
I'm
not.
fucking killing. Are you killing him?
No, he's gonna kill him. I know you.
Yeah. Are you?
I was just gonna say that, George. I've seen people.
Listen. Like again, obviously, if I walk into the act and then it's happening, like I would probably black out and do things that I ask.
You're gonna kill him, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Anybody
But, like,
normal would kill, and you're not gonna get in trouble for that. Makes sense.
No, yeah, of course, but like I said, I would pray that I don't have to have his sin on my neck. I don't want that.
I see what you're
You
saying.
get what I'm saying? Like I don't fucking want that. Like if God forbid that situation happened and then we're in court and then the judge is like, listen, it's your choice. We could put this kid to death or we could put him in jail. I'm like, yo, like I'd rather him want to live. In my mind, you know what's more torture? Having him live with that thought in his mind.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's me, bro. And hopefully in jail he could meet God and then change his life. Because why is my daughter going through all that without some type of win?
Okay.
You get what I'm
That's
saying?
fair. I see what you're saying.
My goal is if we could all end up in heaven, fire. My daughter, him, and me, like he fucked up, but like, bro, like I ain't that guy to torture somebody or ruin somebody because I know everybody's decision on making something evil is because something evil happened to them. And so if I can cut that snake's head, because now he's making me do something evil.
But people are different too. Like, there's people that, like, for example, what?
Every time he like doesn't agree with me, he just looks at me like,
I think it's just a lot of murder.
Real quick, so I want to say.
That's
There's
not
just-
really
it is.
that's why he was just looking at me to kind of
It's not hard.
yeah.
I got stabbed by a knife.
Yep. you
So if I didn't handle it the right way, thank God I handled it this way, I could have became a sicko. I could have stabbed people. I could have, you know what I mean? I could have become a serial killer. Trauma affects everybody differently.
But look how much of a beautiful person you are now, right? Now imagine if you were a bad person, but the same fucking person, same mom, same dad, but that situation changed you, and now everybody, instead of rooting for you, they're like, fuck you. But it's the same soul, the same brain. It got fucking tainted and it got ruined. And that's why I get really fucking mad when they try to make decisions for kids. And I'm like, yo, be very careful because regardless of who you are, religion, race, color, anything, if you're a kid, in my mind, you're an empty cup. And whatever you're filled with is who you're going to be.
I like that.
You get what I'm saying?
I like that. That's cool.
So lemonade. Kid's gonna be lemonade. What kind of trauma did you go through to want to blow up your house?
What kind of trauma did you go through to go like this?
Fuck.
Huh?
Listen to me.
It's full circle.
Who would you fight? Boxing wise.
Stop. You already know who I'm
I
fighting.
already know. I want you to
I can't
answer.
announce it. I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
announce
You got a big fight coming up.
No,
Social
not
gloves.
that one.
Fuck that. I don't think that's gonna happen. Social Gloves supposedly is bankrupt, not paying their boxers. Fuck that.
What do you think happened?
What, you want to get paid when you fight?
No, I
Look at this fucking hot shot.
no, but I did an event for them where I interview people.
Did you get paid for that?
Not yet.
Oh,
Can I tell you something?
You
What?
probably won't.
That check ain't coming, man.
Keep checking the mail. This is you, ready?
Nothing.
Not
Huh?
today.
Crazy.
You
So,
know how
yeah.
they say checks in the mail?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not crazy. I'm fucked.
But you are fighting someone eventually.
Yeah. I don't know if the rug thing's actually gonna happen. I gotta talk to Rug, see if he's serious. He's serious. I'm serious. I just
He
Rug is such a
probably
good
wants
guy.
to fight you after you beat him in the one-on-one.
We'll see. But I'm fighting somebody. You know who it is.
I do.
It's gonna be crazy.
Summer Rae.
No, crazier than that. That would be crazy, but it's crazier than
I
that.
would never fight
I
somebody.
can't wait to see the first like boy and girl. Like wasn't Rice chirping at that girl? That
Gabby
girl.
Hanna.
Oh yeah, Gabby.
Oh, I would pay great money.
Wow. Yeah.
I would pay
I would-
great
that would
money.
be sick.
And my money would go on Gabby.
What?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
she
she's
beat his
pissed.
ass.
She's
I think
pissed.
she's beat his fucking ass. All of my money. I would sell all my assets and put it. Not that I have anything against Rice, but dog. Gabby would beat the fuck out of him.
He's gonna react to this clip on his Twitch.
Yeah, he will.
And
Well,
I'm friends with him. He's not gonna come out.
Nah, I know, but
His community will.
His community's.
Oh, you're fucked.
They're coming
already
for you,
fucked.
bro.
I'm gonna call my mom. Mom, racist.
Oh, you're digging a hole.
Oh, no, he has no idea.
RGS is
RGS
pissed.
is gonna.
RGS is
More,
pissed.
all I'm hearing is more comments on my more engagement.
Oh, yeah,
RGS.
You think I'm gonna sit home and read? You're a fucker. You hate race. You're going to hell. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna create content anymore. What the fuck?
He doesn't get it.
No, dude, they're trying to cancel me for saying that what's his name wasn't manly for a dress.
Oh yeah, he's actually been up
Bro,
against pretty
bro,
big fan bases.
listen.
He
What?
took it on the chin.
Let me tell you something.
He
I,
can take
and
the
I always
fan
say this, man. This is a lot of people are like, bro, how do you have that confidence? My mom and dad are rich. I'll just fucking leave,
Wait,
dog.
really?
Yeah, I'll leave. I'll fucking leave. If Hollywood hates me, like, yo, fuck you. I look back. All
What do
right,
your parents do?
dude, my dad owns so much property. My mom they owns restaurants, apartments, liquor
How much
stores.
money they got?
Dog, I'm set for life.
How much money they got?
How much multi-millions? And that's good for me.
I actually
Can I
want to
ask
know
you
as well.
Yeah, can we
I
get
gotta fucking name it out loud.
Can we
My
get a
dad's
stat?
money. I'm not gonna say it.
And can you,
But let me just
is
say
the
this,
number on one hand or two hands?
What does that mean? I don't know. What that means.
Net worth.
Oh, he makes
in,
way
in
more
the
than
millions.
Way more than
Can you show us on one hand or two hands?
or three hand or how many hands?
Hypothetically.
How
Jessica's
many-
saying no. I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
we got the neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's my thing, bro. Like, I'm not gonna let Hollywood bend me over and fuck me, and then I sit there and be like, oh god, fuck, that felt terrible. I don't want to be here anymore. Like, fuck that, bro. I'm who I am. If you don't like it, move the fuck out.
Yeah,
or
you're
watch
set. You're
it.
good. Yeah.
Or
I
comment.
was kidding.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
no,
was.
you're fine.
No,
I
I
was
was.
fucking Suns fan you right here, right now. I step up.
Ooh.
Sons of four.
Sons and four.
Sons
I'm
and
from,
four.
I'm from Phoenix.
He had
You
a
are?
major beef. You can give me a certain face. Yeah.
Just because, is there one nose hair coming out of this now?
There shouldn't be. There might be.
Because when I do this, I kind of feel it.
Oh, you're asking me?
100%.
Oh, yeah,
100%. No,
Can I grab
What,
it?
pull it?
Yes.
It's gonna hurt.
Is there
It's
any
gonna
plate?
hurt like a motherfucker. Can you see it? No,
I got it.
It's not even the right nostril.
It must be nice to be
It's not even
white.
the right fucking nose.
White people? Is there one hair nose? I can't even fucking
No,
breathe
because
properly.
this is
I can't
big.
get my
Because
shit.
there was a time in my life where I wasn't able to grow pubes. Now the hair is coming out of my nose.
Please look in this one.
Fuck you
See
guys.
that one?
Mom had to nair my mustache. to
It's
this
right there. It's
video.
right there.
Ow! No, I didn't do anything. Please.
You get that side. I get this side. Ow, fucker! You got my mustache.
Wait, I think I. Oh, now it's so long. I think I pulled it out even more.
You don't want to get it out, bro? I can get that shit out like this.
Sorry.
You know, you do paper towels.
What? I'm sorry.
You
What's
just,
Sorry.
you just go like this, grab a paper towel, and rip that
I've
shit out.
derailed the show. I've derailed the
That
show.
shit hurts.
Is the beef with what's his name?
You grabbed it, though. And you
Loki.
grabbed it, though.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
No, you say it.
Which beef?
The beef you were talking about.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up the Ludwig shit because that
Go
was an
ahead,
interesting.
go ahead.
That no, I know it is now, but that was an interesting learning experience too.
Well, nah, yeah. I
because
just think when
let me say this to you really quick.
no, let me say this
Fair
to
enough.
you real quick.
Fair enough.
That's right. So basically,
Wait, I was really gonna say something. All right,
So,
go.
well, I mean, like, you know, when somebody's coming up, you know, in the you know, in it's just like the people that have been doing this for so long, like.
So I just pulled up his YouTube channel. I've never heard of him.
Autoplays.
Ludwig?
Ludwig.
He's a big streamer.
I heard of him because you were chirping at him.
Yeah, and a lot of people. Well, I'm not gonna throw shade. He's seen. I don't know him personally. I don't know. But all I'm gonna say is his community is pretty big. You know.
You said he was a fan.
Not according
No.
to these views, Aiden.
Huh?
Not according to these views, Aiden.
He's not a YouTuber. He's a Twitch streamer.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Now
not.
I'm fucked.
Yeah,
See you guys in my comments.
but yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we'll go down together,
It's just
brother.
pretty- no, but anyways, like it's just Poggers community came at me type shit. For I don't know, just like
You got ratioed into the ground, and it was the first time that it
I
happened.
get
Let me
ratioed.
explain. This is why I brought it up. Aiden is like one of the kings of like ratio. Like if you fuck with him on Twitter, he'll ratio your ass. Like he'll comment on your shit. It'll get way more engagement than your original post.
See, that sounds great to me. Why is that a bad thing?
No.
No, that is a good.
no
that is a
watch.
good- That is a good thing to be able to ratio. Well, it's like on Twitter. By the way, this doesn't fucking matter. If you're watching this episode, you think being able to ratio someone fucking matters, you're a moron. But he's able to do it.
No, it's
right?
I got ratioed.
It's yeah.
So what happened was he posted
Oh no.
and he got fucking. It was like one of Beast Boys, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of Mr. Beast.
Cause
Wait. Is it Carl?
yes,
That dude.
yes,
on that
crazy
fucking moon right now.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with Carl, dude.
No.
Don't fuck
He's
with
in that
Carl.
class with like Dream,
He's in
like all
the
the.
class.
Is he a
Yeah.
streamer as well?
YouTube, I think, right?
What does he do?
Definitely
What does he do? Wait, what did you do to make Carl upset?
No, he's just a part of the community I was coming at.
Yeah,
Oh, so they have like a squad.
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh, it's like a little army thing.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a very pretty
big
big
army.
Very
This is
strong.
like gang banging on the internet.
They're like kind of they're like
Right? I feel like it is. It's not?
I
It
wouldn't
just-
say that. That's not how I would have worded it.
It just
That
seems
sounds like
it's,
gang banging to me. It's like if you come at somebody's territory, they like come after you. They're crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll
kinda.
fuck the same person. Fire.
Yeah, I got fucked.
yeah, you got fucked.
That's what
By
gangbanging
a-
I got
by a
fucked.
bang.
But I did. I got fucked.
What, did you learn a lesson?
I did. Don't go for the poggers community. They're crazy.
Poggers?
Yeah.
Poggers.
Oh, I thought you said the progress
For
community.
someone
I was
as-
like, this seems pretty lit.
for someone as ignorant as I am, what is
So
a
it's like a
poggers?
Twitch community where like all they spam in the chat is poggers. Literally, that's it. That's
I,
their chat.
can
all
I
they
be
say.
a part of the community just by doing
Join my
that?
community, not them.
Oh, it's,
Well, you just said there's a stronger.
I have to choose?
They are. They're stronger, but they've been doing this for 10 years.
I'm gonna be a pogger, bro.
Okay.
What are your fans called?
They're like the WL.
Oh no, he's not saying what they're called. This is what they write. So
Oh,
anything you do in his world can be summed up by one of two letters. It's either a W or an L. It doesn't matter what it is. You can make a
It's a W
cheese
or L.
sandwich.
Right.
You can make a bowl of mashed potatoes. You could be talking about you as a boyfriend, you as a creator. It's all summed
L
up by one of
boyfriend, W boyfriend,
boyfriend, W mashed
Paul,
potatoes, W
Logan.
Logan,
This is
Yeah.
cool.
Logan Wall,
This is cool.
Yeah.
or Logan
Or
Law,
just a pogger.
or
Or
Poggers.
available.
I'll do both. I'll do both.
I feel like I'm so lost.
You're just
How do you
old.
think I feel?
You're an old
How do you
person.
think I feel?
Older.
I'm able to,
Older than him.
Yeah.
probably.
I'm so lost.
but I keep up with it somehow.
You do.
When we do the 3 streams with me, Banks, and you, they're hilarious.
So you're the coolest person
Old guy.
that's old.
I know.
That's
I
you.
know that.
Nah, Cap. Milton is.
Mm-hmm.
Milton still slays great jokes.
I think they're
hangs out with the crew.
I think they're Milton's
They're
like
almost the same age, right?
Well, he's
How
like
old?
60
that's I think they're
or
different
65,
categories.
so but close, yes.
Milton, 65 years old.
How old did you think he was?
12,
I don't know.
56.
Yeah, with a hat on.
He's like 30. Why do you think I wear a hat?
Oh,
Makes me 20.
listen, dude, Aiden.
Sorry, I had to text.
No, it's all
Hey,
good.
man,
It's
what's
all
up
good.
with this? What do you have? One for the hose,
Trap.
one for the trap?
Trap phone.
Got 2 phones.
Yeah.
This call made you mad, huh? Like this is your business call. You can tell you threw it around.
I get pretty fucking.
This is for his girlfriend.
It's because the love.
Right?
Oh yeah, the red bar. I like that.
We'll land on that shit joke.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you, Aiden, for coming
You're
on the
welcome.
podcast, man. No, for real, bro. It was great having you on Impulsive, the number 1 podcast in the world, as you know.
Number one. Wait. Like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
And your Instagram.
Just watching.
And Ross.
Easy,
Just watching.
easy work. Well, listen, guys. Go ahead and follow Aiden. Thank you guys for listening to the number 1 podcast in the world, Impulsive. Like and subscribe because Aiden said so.
Like and sub. Go.
Let's go, baby. See you next time. Peace.
Със сигурност ти пука колко плащаш за гражданска отговорност, защото парите не растат по дърветата. Сравни цените и спести. SDI.
Разпродажбата в Юск продължава с фантастични оферти. Спестете от 20 до 50% на всички градински мебели. Например, градински комплект за релакс с луксозни възглавници само за 1000 лева. Спестете 49%. Или качествен комплект масички само за 145 лева. Спестете 50%. Грижете се един за друг и не забравяйте, можете да пазарувате и на jusk.bg. Юск. Scandinavian Sleeping and Living.
I was talking to someone via Snapchat, a girl,
Okay.
and like I got a Snapchat back and it was Jake, and I was like,
That makes sense. So Jake catfished you.
I might not have hair on the crown of my head, bro, but I have
So
an
you-
intro written for today's show. Absolutely.
Since
Okay.
when are you wearing
a crown on your head?
Let's get started. Welcome back to Impulsive, the number 1 podcast in the world. We got a lot of people in the audience today. God damn, we got my girlfriend, we got me, Connor Blakely, we got Kevin, potential new member of the team. We'll see what happens. Mac, you're sitting on a far end of the table.
I'm way over here.
How you
today.
feeling?
It's a
Isolated?
little lonely.
I get you. We're
Totally how it is on the side of the table, though. I don't get it.
we're gonna put two real good guests next to you.
Handsome.
Real good, handsome.
Best
guys.
looking since Nate Shot.
And he was the best looking since Bryce Hall, who was the best looking since Jacob Sartorius. Just a bunch of studs on this podcast.
That's what we're
There's a
doing these
lineage
days.
of studs.
Only the best and brightest for impulsive.
I still feel rushed.
All right, well, let's talk more about the fact that I don't have any hair on my head, bro.
No,
Like,
see,
what am I
we
gonna
can-
do about this?
No, we can
bro?
only talk about that for so long.
I didn't
Dude,
even
that-
start talking about it yet. There's like this another lineage on YouTube and digital media, and that's balding celebrities, bro. It's like it's a very interesting
It
topic,
is so
and most of them
interesting.
work their asses off to hide it. And obviously,
Sure.
you guys have got to know my LA ad pretty well. But what the fuck am I gonna do about this, bro? I have a picture from last night that's god awful. I will not show it on this podcast. But I'm starting to look like one of those public accountants.
Can I see?
No. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show.
I'll see. You're telling me you look like a CPA?
Yeah, like a
All right, while you pull that picture out, I'm going to say this. Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I'm excited. Was it a picture from the back? We all have our vulnerable angles, and I know yours is when the camera gets behind you.
Not see those pictures.
I'm looking at his girlfriend's ass.
I didn't look at. I sent you my own.
And I could not see.
I sent you my own version of what Mike's gonna look like in a little bit of time. If you could pull it up on the screen, that'd be great.
Balding celebrities. It's Michael. You look like a naked mole rat.
Yeah, bro. What am I gonna do? Like Dr. Ziering, if you're watching this, help me, please.
There are. Oh, okay. So we do have a picture of Mike. This is going to be probably in about 10 years from now. So we definitely need to be taking some sort of precautionary measures to prevent that from happening. There are surgeries you can get.
I know. I'm gonna
Right?
get one like.
And I'll
like
join
Zayn.
you.
I'm gonna get one like. Zayn.
I'll join you. We're going to go to Turkey and fix our hair.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, bro.
I don't want to be that guy.
It's just
With a
aging.
fucking shiny ass head. With reflection.
You know, Mike, is it mostly genetic?
No, all my family have a full head of hair. It's
What
like I
about
had
your
a
grandpa?
decade of
Your mom's
drug
dad?
abuse or something. I don't know what.
You know what's something that's super weird in the genetic world? Twins.
Oh,
So strange. They have the same DNA.
Nice layup, Mac.
nice.
Nice job. bro.
What?
I don't
For what?
know.
Have you prepared the intro?
Yeah, all right. You guys may know him. You may have seen him before on YouTube, maybe even on Instagram. They once donned the cover of GQ magazine as the hottest twins on the planet. They have relationships with Emma Chamberlain, I think, and a bunch of other top-level celebrities. They're outspoken on mental health as well as the science behind being a twin. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dolan twins.
Wow.
I just caught it all
Wow.
on the spot.
That was good.
Yeah, I know it's life, dude. You know, I'm old and bald, but
What up, boys?
What up?
Welcome to Impulsive,
Guys.
the most awkward podcast on the planet. Here we are, guys. Good to see you.
You too, man.
How you feeling?
Well, Mike.
yeah, finally.
I can't believe you guys haven't met yet. He's
I
the
saw
loudest
Mike
person
once
the
in
space.
public. I think.
Oh God. Oh, for the love
Kick
of
him in the
God.
balls.
No.
What was I
Should've.
doing? What was I doing?
I think you were just eating food.
Oh God.
Yeah, acting
That,
pretty
that makes
normal.
sense.
That's something Mike loves to do.
Fat ass.
What's your guys' favorite restaurant in LA?
There's this place called Little Pine. It's a
Oh,
it's a vegan spot. That
Are you guys vegan?
yeah.
You're both vegan.
Mhm.
All right, I want to talk about that, but all right, let's start from ground zero.
All right.
All right, because boys, we have some history.
We
We have, we have a lot of history.
Yeah.
Probably more than, everyone in this room except for Mac, who's been my best friend since 5th grade, which is crazy.
That
we,
is
we go
crazy.
way back. We go way back. When you guys first started coming up on Vine, Jake and I were as well. And what happened? Jake spotted you guys.
Jake, no, I was talking to someone. I don't even know if I can say this.
For legality reasons.
No, I don't know. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but I mean, it's
He just won a lawsuit. He just won a lawsuit. You can probably say it.
Okay.
He's on a winning streak.
Well, I was talking to someone via Snapchat, a girl,
Okay.
and like I got a Snapchat back, and it was Jake, and I was like,
That makes sense. So Jake catfished you.
no, he was just,
what happened?
yeah, he was just there, and he was shirtless, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, so he was hitting on you.
I think that's kind of what it was. Now, now I just kind of figured it out. But no, and then we got to talking, and then we had some common interests and stuff like that, and he was like, oh, I see you in Vine, and I was like, what's up, man? I see Me too.
But where were you guys
Honestly.
living?
New Jersey, my
Okay.
my parents' house.
And then I remember he invited you to LA, and also
Literally, like 3 days after talking, he was like, "Yo, come stay with me,"
interesting.
and I was like, "No, none of my friends have even done this."
Yeah, we were 14, and he was like, "I'm getting a place in LA in 3 days. You gotta come stay with me."
It was
14 years
yeah,
old?
Yeah.
Well, he was what, 16?
17.
Yeah,
So he was a junior in high school. He just had the Jeep that whenever he had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was Snapchatting me.
No, the Mustang.
How long
The
ago was
Mustang.
this?
The Mustang.
This is like
Six years ago.
long ass time ago.
That's fucked.
Because I remember you guys walked in my house. I was like, "Who are these kids?" You guys are pretty funny. We made some good vines together.
You didn't.
We met you in a vegan restaurant actually, Veggie Grill.
You still go there?
Yeah, hell yeah.
My girlfriend and I, it's her favorite restaurant. I've been trying to get sponsored by Veggie Grill for years. They haven't yet.
It's so good.
Fantastic.
So good.
Again, I want to dive into this vegan stuff with you guys because that's fascinating to me. Like big bulky.
Yeah, I saw that you went vegan for a short period.
I tried. I
we'll get into
tried twice, dude. I went for 4 months
Mhm.
before my first fight against KSI, and I've mentioned this on this podcast before. I got to a point where my body was literally consuming itself. Like my muscles were eating away at themselves because I couldn't support myself because I wasn't getting the nutrition that I needed. I had a nutritionist.
Mhm.
I had a private chef. I got my blood drawn and tested, and for some reason the vegan diet does not fit my body type. Which is why I'm looking at you guys. You're bulky kids. You're fit. You're athletic. You're big. How tall are you guys? Like 6 foot?
I'm so, yeah.
Yeah,
6 foot, right? So how is your body not literally just metabolizing itself to the point where it's just a constantly burning furnace?
I don't know. I feel like there's a misconception about macronutrients, especially protein.
Sure.
Like you don't need as much as people say you do, especially to build muscle.
Sure.
You're talking about like bulking and putting on muscle and size. It kind of comes down more to like calories and your caloric
We didn't
intake.
just like blindly dive into
Sure.
the vegan diet.
Yeah.
Like, it was mainly for ethical reasons. That's why it started. But then I was like very fascinated about how it was the best for my health as well. Like after I watched a couple documentaries,
And then also the feeling that it brought me. So like I'd always been like eating lean meat and egg whites and all that shit,
Yeah.
and staying away from anything that was like quote unquote bad for
Yeah,
you,
sure.
like red meat and stuff like that. And I was dairy free for about a year, and I just never felt the health benefits of my diet that was like supposedly really clean. And I was like, I'm gonna give this vegan thing a try. I had like, this realization, and yeah, we went vegan for ethical reasons. And then 3 weeks after like holding on to like and staying really strict on the vegan diet, I was like, what the fuck? I can like all of a sudden run so much more. My muscular endurance is like all the way up.
Yeah.
And I felt the benefits from eating healthy finally.
Well,
So that's why
it's clean. You're putting like premium fuel into your body. There's
It's
no
just
extra
plants.
additives or it's literally the most natural shit. And,
Yeah.
and that 3 to 4 week window is the window where you'll start to feel it and you finally burn off all that excess bullshit that was in your past diet.
yeah.
Except the longer I went, the more I started to notice like this is affecting me in a negative way. How long have you been vegan for?
10 months.
months.
Coming up on 10 months.
Yeah.
Damn,
But you
really
also,
beat
but you
my-
also, you probably don't train the way he was training for a fight. Like this kid was this. I'm sure
No,
you
yeah,
guys
no,
are
I
working
understand-
out,
I understand.
but he was working out like twice a day for a total of
Super
like 4
overtraining.
hours a day, just like overtraining and shit. So I think it was a combination of
I
you needing the fuel for that kind of workout.
Totally.
You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
think sometimes like when something's different in our life, like whether it be diet or the amount of sleep that we've been getting, like we like to say that or pin the blame on feeling like fatigued or tired or just a little bit off just because something's different in our lives.
Sure.
So it might not have been your diet. You may have been getting sick, and you were just like, oh, I think it's because of the vegan.
But is this sickness correlated to a weaker immune system because of the diet that doesn't fit my blood type or body type, whatever it is? Because a caveat that I would put on that is because we all thought the same thing. You know, I'm training 4 hours a day. I'm definitely overtraining in my body. I haven't eaten plants for an extended period of time my whole life. And now all of a sudden I'm doing it during the most intense training session of my life. But the caveat I would say is last year in January we tried to do vegan January. Like
We made it, right?
no,
Oh, I made it.
you did.
Yeah.
I got 28 days in and the same thing happened. I wasn't training. I was just living my life. And the same thing. I was like, yo, I tried. I just got so fatigued.
Maybe you just weren't eating enough.
But I'm telling you, it was perfect.
Yeah, he had like a
Private chef,
scientific like,
nutritionist, calories, counting every day. Like it, I have to say at the end of the day, different strokes for different
Yeah,
folks.
100%.
It makes sense. There's people like Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson's daughter, who's like kind of fixed all of her health issues by having a completely carnivore diet. It's just
Yeah, I heard like
everything.
Rogan's tried it. Yeah, absolutely.
How could you do that?
I
Yeah,
think,
it sounds
I think
unbelievable.
statistically you do end up like shitting yourself on that diet.
Yeah,
Which is something that
That's
Like,
facts.
I honestly, I can honestly say that I've only had one stomach ache in the past 10 months since going vegan. And before that, it was like, oh shit, like I go to the bathroom, like I gotta make it.
Yeah.
So not
It was-
shitting, so not shitting yourself.
That's
Stomach
no.
ache was from antibiotics too.
And I was gonna get into that. The only stomach ache that I've had is from antibiotics because I had a sinus infection.
Okay, but also, bro, I've been down that path. You know, with a vegan diet, you eat food and it's coming out of you within 30 minutes. I know y'all are pooping 3 to 4 times.
No.
No, that's cap.
No, I
Cap.
I take one healthy one. It's scheduled for 11 a.m. after I have oats and coffee.
Schedule
Like in your
poops.
calendar?
I don't mean to get too graphic. I don't shit on something. I wish I
Sounds impossible.
I don't know. It's something just like 2 days without shitting.
What are you talking about? Every vegan I know is pooping the shit.
That's what it is.
That's just because you guys spend absolute poop all time a day.
But that poop.
I think it's all like shitting. I think I would definitely. It has to be no, it has to be calories. If you eat caloric surplus, then you're probably gonna be shitting more because your body doesn't need all the nutrients you're taking. If you're in deficit, you're shitting more or less. If you're overeating, you should be shitting pretty much.
Fascinated by bowel movements, really am.
Yeah.
Don't love them.
We talk about like I feel we you and I get into like shit like this on our podcast all the
Shit,
time.
pun
Like, shit,
intended.
like yeah, like people talk like on accident.
When'd you guys start your podcast? It's new.
Yeah.
No, you guys have.
Not new, but we haven't done video yet. Video's gonna be new. Right now we're just doing audio only.
But
And
how many episodes?
In the 30s, maybe. I don't even know.
That's new, Michael.
Hey, oh no, it is. What is it you guys like about the podcast medium? Do you enjoy it?
It's just like an open conversation. Like I have so much shit on my mind that I wish I could say on YouTube, but like YouTube is just not the place. That's for like premium entertainment and like.
We're starting to try to make it.
Yeah, we are like in the process of slowly making the place just because it's like we can't sustain like. Yeah. Just
Mike,
like,
I actually heard you say
video
something
audio shit.
at one point about either retire or reinvent.
Yeah.
And we I was actually like really thinking about that just because we've been like at a point where we just like have been really confused as to what to do with the content.
Join
Because
the club, boys.
Yeah,
Join the club. Y'all have been doing this forever.
yeah, that's the thing. And I feel like I've been kind of like trapped in my 17-year-old body as soon as the fucking camera turns on because I'm like, this is what my audience likes. I have to act the same way that I did when it was working. And I mean, yeah, it will work, but I'm gonna go fucking insane. We just tried to film a video. It like completely failed just because I was like, I don't feel like myself on the camera.
Sorry, I don't know.
No.
Like I'm a 20-year-old dude, and that's who I am. And like my fans are kind of the opposite. Like our demographics like 78 to 80% female, and they're our age, but it's like kind of like the opposite, you know, of me, in a lot of ways. So like, it's hard to find like the balance between what you want to film and then what people are fans want to see. What they want to see. It's just like a lot of shit that doesn't like.
It doesn't hit. For
We
sure.
more and more into like discussion, just trying to figure out what to fucking do. And like we've come to some realizations about how like we haven't really been living our lives as like dudes. Like I just started skateboarding a lot more with my friends. I've been making friends in the skate scene.
Just hanging out.
I'm just hanging out
Just
because
because
I
you
knew
don't
that.
do any of
Yeah, I knew that if I like, I try to make every day like
We don't hang out at all. And do you mean starting to produce content around that? Because what I'm noticing, by the way, is that in the past, YouTube has been a relatively soft platform. Not to call LP and his earlier day stuff soft, but like in a lot of ways it catered to a younger audience. There was a larger female fan base. Now in the days of the Nelk Boys, in the days of the Night Shift, in the days of even Adam 22 and some of this more risque adult style content, I think that the platform is starting and the audience there is starting to shift at least slightly to be more accepting of that kind of energy. And I think that will behoove you guys and benefit you guys to start to showcase some more of the authentic and real you.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna start going for, to be honest.
You have to.
I realized
you're gonna be fucking miserable. You just described it. Like
we were beyond
mid shoot. Did you break down?
Oh yeah.
We drove. This just happened like a few days ago. We're like, oh, let's drive to Oregon. We've always wanted to go to Oregon, but let's make a video out of it because it's a fucking waste of time if we don't.
Trips.
So we're 8 hours in, like 600 some miles, whatever the fuck that is, and we're just like, fuck this. We turned around and came back.
Y'all turned around.
Came back.
Full breakdown.
Full breakdown.
How frustrating.
That was our.
frustrating.
You have no idea. And then we want to want to beat the fuck out of each other, and it's your fault. No, it's your fault. And then.
But back to what we were saying about it being a waste of time. Like we don't want anything to be a waste of time. As you know, like your job is you. Like, that's your business. Like every single day you have to document what you're doing, or else you start to see the numbers slip, and then it affects you mentally. And then it's like, all right, I have to just completely like give up all my hobbies and everything just so that I can get views on shit they like,